Hello, Omar. How are you today?
Hello, teacher. I'm great.
Okay, that's nice. I'm happy to have you here in our class. Tell me, are you ready for today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's nice. Let me activate my camera. Nice to see you. Well, we are going to wait 2 minutes for your classmates because it's almost 10 minutes past 9. So we will wait 2 minutes and then we start. Tell me, Omar, how was your day today? Was it good? Was it interesting? How was your
Yeah,
day?
today was a good day, a great day. Very relaxed in my work, and after that, I went to dinner with my girlfriend and friends,
Okay,
and,
that's really good. Uh-huh.
yeah, and almost arrived in my home, and I feel good.
Okay, so you just got your home. So what time did you get your home today, your house today? After dinner?
Yes, after dinner, I went to dinner outside after
Okay,
after my work. Yes.
okay, I got it. Well, that's something nice. That's well, I really admire that you take advantage of your time because you work, then you could take some time to spend with your friends and with your girlfriend, which is something important. And now, well, you have the time for our class. Thank you for being here, Omar. It's 9:10, so we are going to start with the class, and I hope any of your classmates can come. Yesterday, I have only you in the class, right?
Yes, teacher. Yes.
Okay, well, I hope some of your classmates can connect, so then we can continue with our class, and we can understand better our practice for tomorrow, and also the last activity that we are going to do on Thursday. Okay. Well, let me share my screen with you, Omar, and then we can move. Let's see. Very good. Okay. Omar, as you can see, we have a question. Yesterday, we were talking about infinitives and gerunds. Remember that we use infinitives and gerunds. Well, they have a lot of uses. They have different uses. But in this opportunity, we are using infinitives and gerunds to talk about the purpose of something or the use of something. So today, Omar, first of all, before we start this, tell me, what electronic devices do you use? For example, I use the cell phone. Also, I use the laptop. And sometimes I use the desktop computer. I don't use it very often, but I use it in some opportunities. What about you, Omar? What electronic devices do you use?
Yeah, teacher. Me too. I use my cell phone and the laptop. Right now, I use the laptop and my smart TV, and often my desktop.
Okay, that's nice. And tell me, what do you use your desktop computer for?
Yeah. Nowadays, nowadays I don't use because I don't have keyboard. So
Okay.
I use often or frequently my laptop.
Okay, that's nice. So it's
Yes.
better, actually, it's better. But what do you use your laptop for? Uh, in my example, I could say that in my case, if we talk about the desktop computer, I use my desktop computer uh, to check some documents that I have from university, from some works I did a long time ago, like 3 or 4 years ago. And what about you? What do you use the laptop for?
Yeah, when I need check my my advance in the platform, when I need to study a topic for watch movie or series with my girlfriend, is frequently used. I do with my laptop.
Okay, that's nice. So you use it to watch movies, okay. And where do you have your English classes? In the cell phone or in the laptop? Where do you take your English classes?
Yeah, it's most common in the laptop, because in the cell phone I think is a bit hard and a bit confused, because I didn't have the all the tools, and my laptop I have all the tools. Is most easy, is most practically.
Okay, I got it. Yes, now that I think about this, it's better to use the laptop because, well, in the laptop you can see a little bit better all the pictures or the examples on the screen. You can participate a little bit more in a laptop than in the cell phone, so it's better to use it. And what about the cell phone? What do you use? What are the common uses that you give to your cell phone? What do you use it for?
I I use my cell phone to I use my cell phone to communicate, for communicate, and for make calls, and for my work I I not do use my frequently my cell phone, because I mean in the platform, and I don't use my cell phone in a moment, only when I take my break. So, but I use my cell phone used when I text my girlfriend, or I need do the call with another, yes, another people, and only that, teacher.
Okay, but that's pretty cool. Okay, so you don't have or you don't use your cell phone too much. You use it only for communications and sometimes for making calls. That's cool.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for sharing about it, Omar. Well, remember that this is yesterday's topic. We were talking about the use of things or how do we talk about the use of different objects. Now we have to continue practicing another topic. And this is basically, this is a review because this is one of the topics that we learn. I consider that this is one of the topics that we have to learn in basic levels. And this is the imperatives, okay? The imperatives, well, let's read together what are imperatives, okay?
Okay.
Omar, can you read all the information on the screen?
Yeah, sure. Imperatives. We use imperative sentence to give direct commands. We can also use them to give instructions more politely.
Good.
And the
Continue.
example is, repeat after me, please.
Nice. Okay. As you can see, the imperatives, I mentioned that the imperatives is maybe a topic that everybody has that it's learning English have to start learning in the basic level. How do we learn the imperatives in basic levels? When we talk about the commands, stand up, sit down, repeat after me. Another example could be pay attention. So we have different commands that at the end, they are in the imperative form. Remember that one characteristic of imperatives is that they don't need a subject, okay? They don't need a subject because they are direct commands or they are instructions. So they don't have to say, Omar, Repeat after me. It's not important if I use if I use the subject or not. There is no problem because the subject is not important in imperatives. The most important thing in imperatives is the instruction or the commands, and that's it, okay? So as you can see, we can use imperatives in this way, okay? So since basic levels, we have to use imperative form, or we have to use the commands. As I mentioned examples, repeat after me, stand up, sit down, be quiet. So we use all of those examples of imperatives in commands. Then we have the following. We can use them in different situations. What are the situations that we can use imperatives in? Omar, can you read?
Yes, we can use them in different situations, such as is such or
In this
suck.
case, is such as.
Okay, such as a user guide, a school, an airplane, or with friends.
Nice, okay? There are more situations, but these are maybe some of the examples. Also, you can use them in a hotel. You can use imperative when you drive. So you can use imperatives in different ways or in different situations. First of all, a user guide. Do you know what is a user guide, Omar?
Yeah, maybe when I bought a device, maybe when I bought a computer, a TV, electronic device,
That's
and the
correct.
instruction in the guide.
Very good. Okay, you are right today, Omar. A user guide is the small book that you can find in the different electronic devices that you buy. For example, if you buy a cell phone, in that book you can see some instructions that you have to follow to take care of your cell phone or to avoid a a problem that your cell phone can have. Okay, then at school, as I mentioned, when we start learning English, we learned the basic commands. Okay, raise your hand, hands down, pay attention, listen. Okay, so we learned in the imperative form in commands. Then in an airplane, there are also some instructions that the flight attendants give to people that is traveling on an airplane. So this is basically, these are basically the imperative form in those examples. Then with friends, you know, your friends, since you are confident with your friends, so then you can give instructions or you can tell your friends what to do in a more common way or not very formal, okay? This is more about the way you can ask your friends to do something. For example, you can tell one of your friends, hey, hurry up, okay? Hurry up, we have to go and watch Fast and Furious 10. So that's an example, right? So you can use the imperative form with friends and you don't need to be polite in those examples. You just need to give a direct instruction to your friends, okay? Let's see some examples to use imperatives. For example, okay, we commonly use the commands. I'm sorry, but a letter T is missing in here. The commands. Let me see, I will change the color. We commonly use the commands to give instructions, okay, to give instructions. For example, this is one example of an imperative sentence that you can listen on an airplane. Can you help me reading the example, Omar?
Yes. Please remain seated until the seatbelt signs is off.
Good. Okay. On the airplane,
And yes, yes,
yes.
yes.
Okay, I
Continue,
will
continue.
explain. I will explain, and I listen to you. So, in an airplane, you will see that in I don't know, but in a part of the airplane above, you can see that there is a sign
The
that, well,
the
this
warnings.
yes, the warnings, but also you can find a seatbelt sign. In some cases, it blinks. Okay, it blinks. So if it is blinking, you know that you cannot take off your seatbelt. But then when it start blinking, so when it is stopped blinking, now you know that you can take off your seatbelt and you can stand up. But if it is blinking, it's not correct to do it. That's an instruction. You don't need to say, well, the flight attendant or the pilot of the airplane don't need to say, please, Omar, please, Christian, remain seated until the seatbelt sign is off. Because in that case, that person needs to call person by person to avoid taking off the seatbelt. In this case, the pilot or the flight attendant give a direct instruction to all people. Please remain seated until the seatbelt sign is off. So everybody listen, everybody needs to, or everybody have to understand this, okay? So this is a direct instruction. It is not, well, it doesn't matter if they don't say the name of a person, but they understand that the instruction is for everybody, okay? Then we have another example that you can listen at home and at school. What is the second example, Omar?
Yeah, the second example, wash your hands.
Wash your hands. When you come to have your breakfast or lunch at home, maybe your mom or someone else can tell you, wash your hands. Or at school, if you go to the bathroom, after that, wash your hands. Okay? Again, the subject is not important. You don't need to say the name of a person. Christian, wash your hands. It's possible, yes, but it's not important. So you can omit it or you can use it. Something that I can share with you is that when using imperative sentences, the correct way to make your imperative sentence more polite is by using the word please. Remember that anytime we use please in a question, in a request, or in an imperative sentence, it makes the sentence more polite. Using the word please make the sentence more polite. So let's try to use please in some of our examples, right? Remember, in some cases, you can feel more confident because you're talking to your friends or to a person you know. But imagine in the case, the flight attendant is talking to a lot of people and they don't know any of them. They don't know the people that is traveling in the airplane. So in that case, it's better to show politeness and use please. It can also happen if you talk to your teacher, if you talk to your boss, if you talk to someone that you don't know, to a stranger. So it's better to use please if you are going to use the imperative form. Okay?
Yes, okay, teacher.
Then we have to move to the next part, and it's that we can also use imperatives in negative form. For example, remember that we were talking about the user guide. This is one example that you can find there. Can you help me reading the example?
Yes. Do not use your cell phone while charging.
Nice, okay. If you are charging your cell phone, please don't use it, okay? In this case, since it is written, in some cases, when we have written instructions, it's more common to use the complete form than using the contractions. Don't use your cell phone while charging. It's possible, but it's more common when speaking. If someone tells you, don't use your cell phone while charging, for example, that's one instruction that I received many times from my mom. So she didn't need to express that idea in a full form. Do not use your cell phone. It's better when speaking to use, don't use it. Don't use your cell phone. Because when speaking, it's more common to use contractions. But since the user guide is a formal way to give you instructions, in written, it's better. In written, it will be easier, or it will be more common, the complete form. Then, as I mentioned, one example that your friends, an example of an imperative sentence that your friends can tell you, we have another example. What is the example, Omar?
Don't be late.
Nice. Don't be late, okay? Also, your friends can tell you that part. Your boss can tell you that sentence. Don't be late. Come on time. Please be on time. So as you can see, it depends on the context the person tell you this example or this imperative sentence. If your friends tell you don't be late, it's okay. I consider that there is no problem because you feel very well with them. You feel you feel confident with your friends. But in the case, imagine a person that is a stranger tell you don't be late. It will be weird and it will sound rude. In this case, it's better to say, please don't be late. Your boss can tell you the example like that. Please, Omar, don't be late. I understand that there is too much traffic, but please tomorrow, don't be late. Okay? So you have an example of an imperative in a polite way because that person didn't need to use an example in a different way, right? It didn't need to be rude to show you or to express something that he or she needs that you do, okay? Something that I want to mention, Omar, is that it's possible to use a subject in imperatives, as you could see. I told you, Omar, don't be late, please. I mentioned your name, but I wanted to emphasize that it is important that you follow this instruction. So we use it in some cases when we want to show that we are angry, we can use the name of someone or we can use a subject. For example, please you be quiet. Okay? I want to express that I am angry, so that's why I speak directly to a person and I use a subject. In some cases, I need to use it in that way. Another way to use a subject or yes, a subject in an imperative form or in an imperative sentence is when we talk in a general way. For example, everybody pay attention to Omar. Everybody listen to Rebecca. Okay? In that case, it's better that we use a subject, or it's possible to use a subject, everybody, because we are talking in a general way or in a general form, okay? But the most common way is in this form. No subject, only the direct instruction or the direct command. It can be in affirmative or in negative. It doesn't matter. The important thing is to give a direct command or direct instructions. Okay, Omar?
Yes, okay, teacher. I think the word please change a lot. The instruction is not a strong wrong, it's not that rude. But in Spanish, I think it's different because we are very rude and English is more polite. Yes.
Yes, they have specific words or specific ways to sound more polite. In this case, when they use please, it makes everything polite. But remember, there are also other aspects that we have to take into account. For example, the tone of voice. Imagine your boss tell you, taking into account the example that I told you, imagine your boss tell you, Omar, please don't be late tomorrow. So the tone of voice, it's calm, it shows sympathy, so you don't feel attacked by your boss. But imagine that person, your boss, tell you that example, don't be late in that way, so you know it changed. Even if that person says, please don't be late. So you know that the attitude that your boss showed you is that he is angry. So in that way, you know, even if he uses please, it is not polite. Okay, so you have to take into account different aspects. So in Spanish, it can happen the same. In Spanish, we can say ven temprano, for example, in a normal tone of voice. But also maybe your girlfriend can tell you when she's angry, please come on time to the house. So in that case, even in Spanish or in English, so it can be rude depending on the tone of voice.
Yes, I think.
Depending on the words that the person uses. Remember that in Spanish we can use specific words that make things really rude. So it can happen also in English. If you use some words, it can be a little bit rude, okay, not polite.
Yes.
Okay, now in this moment, give me a second. Okay, in this moment, do you have any question about this topic?
No, teacher, I think is a direct topic and I understand well.
Okay, that's really good. I consider this is kind of easy because as I mentioned, we start talking about this topic since basic levels. Little by little, you start learning or you start looking at these kind of examples, and you know that they are or they are not formal. Okay, but that's why I mentioned at the beginning that it was a review of imperatives, because we already checked this topic in previous levels, and now we are about to finish intermediate 3. So it's just a review. Okay, now we are going to have practice about the imperatives. Let me show you. Okay, let me show you the next practice. Okay, this practice would happen. This practice is about a match the meanings of one and the other word. For example, avoid waste can have another meaning or another imperative that can have the same meaning. So what do you think is the correct meaning? Or so tell me, what do you think are the correct meanings?
Okay. Avoid waste. The
For
first one.
example, yeah, for example, what do you think can be the correct, give me a second. Give me a second. What do you think can be a synonym of this, of avoid waste?
What means is waste, teacher? I don't know.
Oh,
Avoid.
waste, for example, the things that you have on your bin.
Oh, maybe I think avoid waste recyclable products, maybe? Or no?
Oh, okay, recyclable products. Let's check. Give me a second. Oh, avoid waste, have 5. So we have to check 5 words. Okay, I didn't know that. Any other word that you think that is related to avoid waste?
Mm, I think so. I don't know, teacher. Can you help me with another?
Well, I could say that to avoid waste, maybe we can, I don't know. Okay, we can turn things into something new. Okay, in that case, we are not throwing or we are not, yes, we are not throwing or dumping more trash or more waste. Maybe useless can be another
Yes.
synonym for reduce. So we have 4.
Okay, and avoid waste. I think use things more than once
Just
for
think
reduce.
more than once. Okay, that's not a correct group, but at least we have some practices. Let's see the next one. We will check, for example, turn off. Oh, give me a second. We have to use for reduce right now. Give me a second. Okay. We have to check what could be the words or the correct words for reduce. In this case, maybe the ones that are for reduce, use less. Okay,
Yes,
because you're
I got it. I got it. I need find the the correct ways to reduce.
So the
Eh,
words that are related.
I think repair.
Repair, okay, it can be.
Yeah, recyclable products. Reduce the consume, maybe.
Reduce the consume. What is that?
No. The recyclable products is for reduce the consume products, maybe.
Okay, it could be.
Another products, yeah. Yeah. Take a shorter shower
Uh-huh.
and buy less.
Buy less. Okay, let's
Okay.
see. Okay, we didn't do it, but let's see the answers that you have correctly. Well, at least we have use less, really good. Also buy less, avoid waste, turn off the lights, and take shorter showers, okay? As you can see, there were some answers that were related to what we thought, okay? We will have another practice, so let me go back to the presentation and we can continue with our next practice. So let me see. Okay. In this opportunity, I will start the game again because I have 2 teams and there is only 1 person in the class. So we will play the following game and you have to create You have to create the correct form of an imperative, okay? Depending on the picture
Okay.
and also if it is affirmative or negative. Can you tell me a number, Omar?
Yes, number 7.
Number 7, let's check together. Number 7 is, okay, it's in affirmative. According to the picture, what could be the correct form or the correct imperative?
Yes, I think maybe open the window. Please open the window.
Okay, please open the window. Pretty good. Or only open the window. It's okay. That's the correct answer. So
Yes.
thank you, Mar. Nice job. Okay, you have 15 points. We will check another example. Can you tell me another number?
Yes, number 10.
Number 10. Let's check. Okay. This is a little bit difficult, but it's an affirmative. What do you think is the imperative sentence?
Yeah, maybe I think teacher. I don't know. I think so. Do not or don't walk in, or I don't know.
Okay, those are great options. Don't walk in or be careful, right?
Oh, be careful. Yeah.
That's another option that it's very common that we can use. So let's take it into account, okay? Nice. Tell me,
But I can use do not walk in.
do not walk in. Yes, it's possible, but remember that in some cases it's not possible to avoid people walking in a
Oh, yeah, yeah.
specific place. For example, you can see that sign on a mall, and remember, malls are always crowded, so you cannot avoid people crossing in that space that you don't that is wet. So it's better that you tell them, be careful.
Maybe I can use do not cross across.
Um, it could be, but remember,
Okay.
as I mentioned, in crowded places, it's not possible to make people avoid passing by a specific place. So they have to move and they have to walk. They they don't have any other option. So they have to walk in those places. So then what you can do is just a warning. Be careful. So
Yes.
then if they want to run, so they will get in troubles. Okay, what about another number? Tell me another number,
Ye-
Omar.
Yes, number 1.
Number 1. Okay, let's see the picture. Oh, this is affirmative. Too difficult.
Yes, stand up.
Stand up. Okay, let's check. Of course, that's the correct one.
Yes.
It's pretty good. Okay, it's kind of easy. Well done. Any other number?
Number 16.
16. Let's see. Oh, this is in negative. So how can you create an imperative in negative with this?
Yeah, maybe I think so. Do not eat or don't eat.
Do not eat, don't eat. It's possible. Okay, very good. Don't eat or drink here. So you got it. You told me don't eat. So it's fine. For example, if you go to a library, maybe. So
Yeah,
you can,
I thought said heard, but
yeah,
I think it's wrong, but when the example mentioned.
actually it's correct because you mentioned at least the first part, don't eat. As you know, well, in some places it's not possible to eat or drink something. As I mentioned, the library. In the library, you can go and have something to eat or drink. Maybe you can have water, but you have to be really careful with that. Okay.
Yes.
So we will take it as correct. Let's see any other number, Omar.
Yes, number 9.
Number 9. Okay, let's check. Oh my God. You lose 25 points, Omar. So come on.
Oh,
I'm really sorry, but you still have more opportunities to earn more points. Tell me another number.
number 8.
Number 8. Let's see. Okay, in affirmative.
Yeah, let me see. Do not turn left.
Oh, remember that it's affirmative.
Oh, affirmative.
Yeah.
Turn left.
Turn left. Okay, very simple. And of course, that's the right answer. Turn left. Well done. Okay, let's continue. Another number.
15.
15. Okay, we will complete at least 10 numbers. Let's see how many have we complete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we will complete 10 numbers. Then we
Yeah.
move to the next activity. So you said 15, and this is in negative.
Yeah, do not jump or don't jump.
Good. Okay, don't jump. Nice job. Okay, this is a good one.
Yes.
Okay, let's continue with another number.
11.
Okay, this is in affirmative. Even though it's a prohibition, even though it's the picture is a prohibition, the sentence it's in affirmative. Think about it.
Yeah, they match melt my brain because it is in positive, but the match is a prohibition. But I think I don't know. I think use your phone
Use your
or
phone.
I don't I don't know, teacher.
You don't know.
Um, mm, I have in my mind you can use your phone, but is I don't know.
Oh, that's not imperative because you can.
Yes,
So
yes.
it's okay. We will check. We will check the right answer,
What do you
and you
think?
see.
What do you think?
Uh, do you want me to tell you the answer, or what do I think is the correct sentence?
Yes, yes. What do you think about the imperative in this example? Because the match is is a prohibition,
Uh-huh.
but a positive sentence. But I need I need I need I need a reference. What do you think about?
Okay. I haven't checked the right answer, but I think this is the correct imperative.
Oh, yes.
I think. I am not pretty sure, okay? But let's check.
But yes,
Okay. I
turn
was
off.
I was kind of close, but the right option is turn off. Okay, turn off your
I
phone.
I thought in turn off, but
So you were
okay.
you could be right. You could have been right. But this is the right option. I thought about mute because the picture is like a cell phone, a noise cell phone. So
Rings. Yeah.
a cell phone ringing. So I thought maybe it is to to use the vibration in the cell phone, but it wasn't mute. It was turned off. Okay, that's another
Interested.
possibility. That's another possibility, right? Well, let's check another one. I could say, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The last two
Okay, teacher,
imperative
number
sentences.
6.
Number 6.
Number 6.
Okay,
Yes.
in negative.
Um, don't sit down or do not sit down.
Okay, pretty good. Don't sit down
Don't
or
sit
do
down.
not sit down. Both are correct. Well done, okay? It's time for the last example. So tell me, Omar, what do you think
Yeah,
is the last number?
number 2.
Number 2, okay? Let's check. Come on, no points. Okay, so it means, well, there is a problem, right? So no points, you don't lose points and you don't
Yeah.
win more points. So it was the last one. Okay, let's do
Number
one more.
yeah,
One
number
more,
5.
okay? One more, okay? It
Okay,
will be
let's
the
do it.
last one, okay? In negative.
Okay. Yeah, maybe I think don't pictures or don't shoot pictures or don't use cameras. I don't know.
Okay, well, you were very close. Remember the common expression that we use to talk about cameras or pictures? We say, don't take
Don't
photos,
take
okay?
photos. Yeah.
Take, okay? Should is not common as a verb. I consider that should is more as a noun. So to have a should, but don't take photos, okay? So it was very close. Okay, nice job, Omar. I'm so happy for this practice that we have done. We could have more, we could have had more points, but we lost 25 points, I think. So great job. Okay, Omar, let's continue working hard. Just before we go, I just want to remind you about the homework that we have to complete. Remember that we are just finishing unit 5, so the last unit of this level. So please complete these activities. 5.3, and let's continue until activity 5.3.3, okay? Then tomorrow we continue practicing. And Omar, I just want to let you know something important, and I will tell you in Spanish because I think it's really important. Omar, el día de hoy se envió un mensaje al grupo de WhatsApp para que puedan inscribirse para el siguiente nivel. Yo considero que pues van a continuar con los niveles avanzados, así que pues haz lo posible para que puedas continuar con el siguiente nivel. Haz lo posible de inscribirte lo más pronto posible. Recuerda que el último día para inscribirse es el día jueves. Entonces, para que no vayan a tener problemas al final y para que las clases tampoco se vayan a retrasar mucho, porque has visto que a veces se ha tardado una semana y media o 2 semanas para poder continuar con el siguiente nivel. Así que para evitar ese inconveniente, pues, first of all, trata de completar todas las actividades de la plataforma para que puedas obtener tu certificado. Second, también inscríbete para que puedas obtener puedas, mejor dicho, continuar con el siguiente nivel cuando ya inicien las clases en los niveles avanzados, lo que sería el 6 de junio, o al menos eso está previsto. Para que no tengas ningún problema, trata de inscribirte lo más pronto posible y también pues completa las actividades, ¿ok?
Yes, teacher. I have a very lot information about this level because I mean in unit 4 is a lot of information. I try and working in the platform in the unit form and exam and the unit 5, but I think it's a hard level, but I try and work hard because I
Maybe,
really interested in the language. I really learn about.
yeah, yeah, I got it. I know that it could be a little bit difficult. Some topics have been a little bit difficult, but remember, little by little and throughout the practice, you will understand better these topics. So maybe you are not, how can I say this? You are not Google that you will know everything about a topic, but maybe you have the basis of a topic, so you can polish those topics when you practice. Okay, so while you continue practicing, you will get better in English. You will see. Okay, you will improve your English level.
Yes, I try don't feel frustrating because I think it's a very mistake, but
Yeah,
I'm trying working very hard between my work, my house, and the language, and learn more. But I'm doing, and but I really like the language, and I need to learn
yeah.
very
Okay, so
fast.
I will take this into account. Don't get frustrated, as you mentioned. Don't get frustrated because, learning is something that we are always doing. So if you feel that something is difficult, don't worry. Okay, you will understand it little by little, and as I mentioned, throughout the practice. So continue
Yes,
practicing, Omar. I hope to see you tomorrow in our practice class. And for
yes, of
today,
course.
at least for today, have a good night. Okay. See you
Thank you,
tomorrow.
teacher.
You're
Good
welcome.
job.
Thank you. Same for you. Bye bye.